Alright, this video is going to be a little controversial. We're going to discuss the topic of barrel beading and whether or not it's actually needed. Now this is a little bit of a loose fit. You can see it goes in. What a lot of people like to do, they like to put shim stock around here. They like to fill this gap full of green snot and shim stock, and then torque the barrel nut down. Is that really necessary? Have you seen my video, The Hazards of Over Torquing Your Flash Hider? With just 20 foot-pounds of torque, this solid steel barrel collapses. And guess what? So does this. This collapses down onto the barrel extension. Now, what I'm going to show you first, I'm going to take a 2/1000 feeler gauge, and I'm going to place this 2/1000 feeler gauge inside this upper receiver. And then we're going to install the barrel, and we now have a nice tight fit. Okay? So what we have basically is like this drawing here. We got the 2/1000 feeler gauge jammed in. Okay? Now, watch what happens. We'll run the barrel nut down hand tight. And I'm going to reach up in here. And I'm going to find that feeler gauge right here. And I'm going to pull real hard and it will come out. Okay? Now, let's reinstall it. I'm going to put the feeler gauge back in. Now we're going to torque the barrel nut down. Not even a light, actually. I'm just gonna get the feeler gauge to lay in there right out of the way of the fixture. There we go. Now we're just going to apply a small amount of torque to the barrel nut, not a whole lot. Help to have the fixture in the vise tight. That's not a lot. It's maybe 20 foot-pounds at the most. Now we're going to go up in here and get our feeler gauge, and you're not going to see, we're going to not get it to pull out under any circumstances. So what happens is, this upper receiver constricts down onto the barrel nut. And it fills up that gap that people are filling in there with green snot and pieces of aluminum beer cans. And it's not necessary. Now, I have seen all the Joe Carlos videos. And when he talks about torquing your barrel nut to a specific setting, and then says you may have to grind off a tooth to get the gas tube to pass, that's when he lost me. Because apparently he ain't fitting hand guards on when he's doing that. Alright, so what this shows you is that when you torque this barrel nut down to even less than 30 foot-pounds, this upper receiver has already clamped down around the barrel extension and has removed this 1/1000th gap. It's just not there. As far as I'm concerned, based on that, barrel beading is a myth, and it's not necessary.